You want to first start by washing your hands. The best method is to use soap and water. But if unable to use soap and water, you are going to be able to use hand sanitizer or alcohol pads. If you are using any alcohol-based product, you do want to make sure that the alcohol is dry on your hands before proceeding. You're going to want to make sure that the supplies are in front of you. Some providers will start you with a glucometer kit as well as some lancets. Some of the supplies in a starter kit will be already in the box that you get, but you will still need to have more orders for a prescription for continued future use of your glucometer. After you've washed your hands, you're going to take out the supplies within your glucometer. You're going to have a black bag. You will have a small supply of lancets. You will have the package insert along with the lancing device, one vial of test strips, control solution, as well as a glucometer. You can set the box to the side. Take all of the packaging out. You first want to pick up your lancing device. You are going to want to first insert the needle into your lancing device. You are going to hold your fingers at the cream section and you are going to twist, and there are two marks. One is a raised white mark, the other is a black indented mark. Once you separate those, you can pull the cap off. You will take your lancet holding at the circle and push down into the device until you have a firm stop. You will then twist the circle 2 or 3 times and separate the circle from the needle. At this point, you will see the needle, and you are going to pick up your cap and you are going to connect the white raised mark and the black indented mark. And you will twist to connect them and you will hear a click. Next, what we're going to do is grab our glucometer, and if it's new, you will have a plastic over the display. You can take that off. We are going to take our test strip vial and we are going to open it. The vials are sensitive to extreme temperatures as well as direct sunlight. So you want to make sure that you keep your test strips in the vial and making sure to close it after each use. You will see on a vial that there's an expiration date. Do not use test strips after the expiration date, as you may not get a correct blood glucose result. Pop the lid off and pull out one test strip. What you are going to want to do is you are going to want to hold your test strip and you are going to want to insert the gray square into the device, and you will push it until your device beeps and turns on. From there, it will display a blinking blood drop. The blinking blood drop says that it is ready to use. Since we have completed our lancing device, we're going to pick one of our fingers, and it is important to rotate. You want to avoid the tips of your fingers as there are nerve endings and it's more tender. Pick up your lancing device and you're going to want to rub a finger and make it red. At this point, you're going to apply pressure to your lancing device, and when you're ready, the triangle button, you are going to push and that will poke your finger. The numbers on the lancing device are the depth that the needle is going to poke your finger. We always say to start out at number 3, and you will experiment to see what number works for you. At this point, we're going to push the button and then we're going to push the finger that we poked, getting an ample blood drop, and you are going to apply the test strip to the blood, and it will beep when there is enough blood. And from there, you will get a countdown. From there, it is important to take an alcohol pad and wipe your finger with it. Sometimes your test strip and the display on your glucometer will give a blinking flash for a test strip. That means that it's second chance sampling, and it will allow you to put more blood onto one test strip without wasting a test strip. If you have issues with getting blood, your meter will display an error message. If an error message appears, you will have to use a new test strip. If your test strip turns off, or your meter turns off, the window for how long your meter will stay on without a blood sample is 3 minutes. After you have done doing your blood sugar check, you are going to take your test strip out, turning off the meter. Your glucometer will give you a memory logbook of your readings that you can look at for future use. You will want to discard of your used test strip, alcohol pads if you use them, and any other supplies that have blood products on them in medical waste. Your lancets specifically, you will be able to use those 2 to 3 times before changing it out of your device. As long as you are not sharing your lancing device with others, as long as it is not tender, and as long as it's not used by others, that is where you can use it 2 to 3 times. If you want to recheck your glucose level at a later time, you have to pull this plunger back, and it retracts the needle, allowing the triangle button to come up, allowing you to reuse the lancing device. When it is time to change your needle, you are going to take off the cap the same way that you inserted the needle. You'll twist the cream section, separating the white raised mark and the black indented mark. You will take the circle and you will place it on to the used needle, and then you will pull your lancet device out, and you will dispose of this in a sharps container or in a plastic bin that is for used medical supplies. At this time, you have checked your blood glucose level. This video is intended for demonstration purposes only of how to use the Contour Next Easy Glucometer Kit. But if you do have any more specific questions related to this glucometer kit, you can refer to the information packet that was included. Thank you so much for watching.